Today we'll be reacting to Weaves, characters that deserve no mercy. Without further ado, let's see what these characters are. Let's get it.
You know, I've been thinking, some people are just terrible. Whether they're just a full-on idiot who spends time bullying people for no good reason, somebody who acts and treats people like they're better for the sake of stroking their own dumb ego, or maybe, just maybe, they're out here saying stupid statements like Jax is a good character. He's horrible! When I watch a
Ooh, we talk about Jax first. Listen. Let's talk about this before we talk about it. Listen, I do take showers. I take showers. Because I know the Amazing Digital Circus fandom has some horrible PR right now, and that they stink apparently. But I ain't gonna lie, I fucks with the show. This show's actually pretty good. It's not just brain rot, bro. It's actually pretty good. Good, but Jax, yeah, that dude's an asshole, bro. He a fucking dickhead, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Well, is he like truly awful person? No, but he's a. Actually, no. He's just a dickhead, bro. Bro, he's not a good person though. Don't get it twisted, but.
TV show, movie, or even play a game, I like to envision myself and try to relate to some of the characters I see on screen. You know, see if our personalities are similar, be inspired by their own goals and motivations, and just overall look at them and give them mad respect, like most people probably do. Relatability is important, man. However, with some characters, some specific, stupid, revolting, breath-stinking, repulsive people, they all deserve to get marked, blamed, finished, destroyed, eviscerated, cuz get rid of them forever, cause they're all garbage. And for today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I have returned, and I'm crashing. I'm breaking the whole set, knocking guys out. I'm pressed, cause I'ma show you, man, and convict some of the most vile characters in existence that they don't ever deserve your sympathy or mercy. They should be gone because they're disgusting. And without any more yapping, Jax is the first to go. Now look, before I get into my rageful rant here, I can understand to the microscopic, small ass Ant-Man level of why some people may like Jax. They must have half a brain cell. You know, you don't always need a reason to like a character. If you prefer people with
the reason why people like him because he's technically the unhinged one there. So it just depends on your personality.
This type of personality, or where they're hella sarcastic, play a lot of jokes, and are overall a dickhead to everybody, but in supposedly a funny way, then sure, I can understand it a tiny bit. But even so, you can't deny he's objectively a horrible person. He's
Yeah, I think even the people that I've seen like him will admit that he's not
undeniably the worst in the series. He's shit. Now that the Amazing Digital Circus is finally done, I can now share my piece and just shout out from the mountaintop above that Jax is a dickhead. He's irredeemable. On my life, after all the things he tried to do to everybody in that show, how he treated.
I thought they was going to give him the redemption arc, but no, they didn't.
The cast, how he would make fun of all of them, especially Gangle every 5 seconds, and push away people like Pomni and the others who were trying to help him, making it look like he had some deep, repressive trauma behind him, stopping him from interacting with any of them. Well, he didn't have any, man. He's just a giant turd. If you're unfamiliar with why I despise this idiot so much, the final episode of the Amazing Digital Circus came out a while back. If you don't know the show, it doesn't matter. You'll see why I hate him in a bit. And in the episode, spoilers if you haven't seen it already, they all find out they're a bunch of phonies, posers, fakers, that they're all just a bunch of brain scans that have all their past human memories up until they were plugged into the system. Like a Black Mirror episode. Scary! And after they all come to that realization, with most of them trying to readjust and get used to the fact that they weren't real in the first place, Jax decided to isolate himself from everyone so bad to the point where he just abstracted. An abstraction is when you lose your mental state so terribly to where you just deform into one of these creatures. Like seeing a game over screen. He basically packed himself off. It's mad. Fast forward through the episode now, and it follows Pomni seeing what Jax was like before she came into the circus. Her entering his abstraction state and basically being able to look into his memories and see what type of person he was before. And when...
Man... This level of fumbling was insane, bro.
I tell you, Jax has always been a piece of donkey shit. I'm not lying, cause this guy sucks. This man caused people to abstract. Do you know what that means? He basically made them back themselves off. It's crazy. This guy literally came into the circus, made friends with a girl named Ribbit and a guy named Kaufmo. Had a calm, nice friendship with both of these guys, especially with him being a lot closer with Ribbit. Only opened up once about his real life shit to her and was so bothered about what he said and how it may have came across, he switched up and literally drove her to madness. How?
Yep, witchy cop body, bro. That's some dickhead shit.
He didn't care anymore. He acted like he was in the right the entire time. He gaslighted her. He manipulated her. He tried to make it seem like he was the victim, when all she did was get him to open up and try to make him feel better. Denied her of any social interactions between them both. Made her feel hella left out. And all in all, just genuinely treated her like shit. Beyond shit, if we're being honest. And it was so bad, she abstracted. She mocked herself because of this. Jax drove her to her death. To insanity. He made her go crazy. He would still be alive and breathing if Jax didn't switch up and act like a waste man to her.
I ain't gonna lie, chat, bro. That is one of the biggest fumbles I have ever seen.
And then after Ribbit, he more or less did the same to Kaufmo. He killed his friend. He tried to get Jax to open up to him as well, and he started giving the same treatment he gave to Ribbit to him. Which, with everything happening there, it probably all spiraled into Kaufmo's desire to look for an exit, which probably led to him abstracting too. So I don't get it, he had a part in it. You guys don't understand. This guy is such a piss take. Like he strangled Pomni so hard, looking like he was gonna kill her, but because it's an AI world, they can't even die. Who cares? That's a straight up maniacal. And even then, he makes fun of Gangle every 5 minutes. So he was probably trying to do the same to her as he did with Ribbit or Kaufmo. Shit, man, he tried that with everyone else. If it wasn't for Pomni miraculously appearing and being kind and nice to everyone, he would have made them all go crazy. All of them abstracting and losing their heads. Up until he would be the last person remaining and probably do it to himself. I don't care. This guy is garbage. Just because people are cruel to you doesn't give you a pass to be cruel to them. Especially if they're trying to help. That's just brain dead. His backstory wasn't even that bad enough for him to give this type of behavior to other people anyway. Knowing the type of things and stuff he was doing to people could literally game over them for it. Then of course he's in the wrong. No backstory could defend that. He's indirectly a murderer. He made fun of and practically abused Gangle every other time. In fact, he named her Gangle because she quote unquote looked pathetic. Come on, man, it's right there. And in the same episode, they're out here giving you a montage playing Stevie Wonder like he was a good person or something. Fake! I hate rude people in general. Yes, this is fiction, so it's not the same. But to now know that Jax did all of that for no good reason, the cruel treatment, the sarcasm, the dickhead mentality, when all they did was try to help him, get him used to the circus, and he was so avoidant about it that he caused somebody who genuinely cared to die? My guy, an apology only would have taken you like 5 seconds. It really wasn't that hard to say I'm sorry. Bake off, man. Next on my list, Bear from Obsession. And nobody...
Ooh, I finally watched a movie. And just as I heard, because I heard Bear was pretty shit, he was indeed one of the he was indeed the true villain. Oh my goodness.
Not one person can like this man because he's disgusting. I don't care. We all have to have a universal agreement or some shit. A flipping pact that we all can come together and say that this guy is a straight up weirdo. It's not even close. If you haven't seen Obsession yet and don't know what the hell I'm talking about, it follows the story of a guy named Bear. A socially awkward man who was like...
Yeah, socially awkward. Who had a crush on this girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong so far. He wants the courage to ask her out, you know what I'm saying? And she was practicing with this one girl. You can see her thoughts. She was about to tell him on sweet. Before this wannabe Andrew Tate, he creeps in and goes, wait, no, that's horrible. Who's been fucking her on the side? Not even going to tell your man, hey bro, I already hit that, bro.
Crushing his friend Nikki and is asking for help from his other friend Ian so that he can finally confess to her and tell her how he actually feels. Which is normal. A lot of men would do the same shit here. Yeah, confessing to your crush?
Right shit. That's all normal.
No way, man. But seriously, in the beginning, he just didn't seem like all the bad guy he eventually becomes later on. He looked normal when hanging around the mall at trivia night. He used to be calm. Until he got his hands on a one-wish willow. That shit just went crazy! A one-wish willow, for those of you that don't know, it lets somebody make a wish for a certain desire. And if they snap the stick in half, it's gonna come true. So guess what Bear did? He bought one of them, and after having a flipping friend zone conversation...
Literally friend zone. She literally straight up told him without you even asking him. Without you even asking her out. She said, "Do you have a crush on me?" She looked at him and go, "Do you have a crush on me?" He said, nah, we're first friends. Because he's scared. He pussy. And she's like, "Okay, good." That should have ended it right then and there. No need to make the shot. It's already a bad shot. Like.
Between himself and Nikki. He made a wish to make Nikki obsessed with him. And then broke the stick. And right after this moment, ladies and gentlemen, this shit became horror. Nikki started moving crazy for him.
Now, at first, because there were some things he didn't know what to do. I let some things slide at first. Because I'm like, okay, he does it. No one's actually going to think a moment would work. Okay, da. But as soon as you realize something's up, you gotta fix it. He didn't even try that, bro.
Breaking balls on her head, screaming, feeding him his dead cat, doing this shit. This caught me hella off guard, man. It was scary as hell. But even after Nikki became crazy and started going mad, Bear didn't care enough. He's selfish. So selfish to the point where he didn't mind Nikki spiraling into madness.
Richie did not care. Richie, Nikki, the real Nikki, was able to communicate with him, begging him to take her life. And this man sits here and says, "What's so bad about being with me?" Alright, bro. Yeah. And not only that, too, we could go into fucking crimes he committed. Because now knowing Nikki isn't fully aware, can't even consent, he hit without her consent, bro. That's technically assault. That's technically assault.
He was calm enough to not be creeped out by the fact that she started moving insane for him. She would literally slip in and out of being between real and fake.
Like, right after there, something, in my brain, I'm going, something's wrong. I'm not doing anything after. I'm getting her some help.
Nikki, and he still wouldn't care about that shit. Bear literally got what he wanted and took advantage of her. He's a flipping creep. But what makes Bear's case so much more worse is how he reacted to all of this even happening. It's like his last concern was trying to figure out a way to help and fix Nikki. Instead, he would rather have all the troubles the fake Nikki would cause just to still be alongside her. He took her autonomy away from her.
He never really cared about her, bro. All he cared about was because she was just attractive to him, bro.
Made her something she wasn't. Her sudden change in behavior from how she used to act to how she acts now didn't faze him at all. He didn't care. He got what he wanted and kept it moving. He's a schmuck. A lot of people who have watched the movie say that they knew Bear was the villain the minute he went on the hotline and he tried to alter his wish, not change it. Which basically solidified him as a top 5 dickhead. But I knew way earlier that he was evil the minute he did the most nefarious, disgusting, appalling, inhumane shit to her in that whole entire movie that it made my body itch when I saw it. Bear sexually assaulted Nikki. And not only could you tell that
I literally said it.
this was an attack from the way the scene looked, and she undeniably didn't enjoy that at all, but she literally had a bodily trauma response like a day later. When he left to go to work after she duct taped the whole door, the minute he came back, she hadn't even moved from the same spot he left her in.
Puking, shitting, pissing.
And she was pissing and vomiting that whole time. Oh my days he ruined her life, bro. He's mad. Look, but even then, there's still tons of horrible moments all around in this whole movie. The worst thing about this whole situation is that I think Ben never liked Nikki that much. He didn't like her like he said he did. Cause the minute Sarah started moving a little close with him, this guy was on that shit, bro. He
was. Which pisses me off even more. Because you know what happened too? Nikki was trying to be John Stockton, Steve Nash, Chris Paul, drawing an assist for her friend, bro. Hey, Sarah likes you, bro. You should go with Sarah, bro. She likes you, bro. And you're like, nah. Let me just make a wish little for you. Oh wait, she was alive? Oh, she wasn't alive, so got her killed.
Just lustful. Sarah is like the other biggest victim in this movie too. Imagine, she tried so hard to get to.
I remember seeing a video saying she was Sarah also just as bad. But looking in the movie, no, I disagree with that. Yeah, I could admit she did have more sympathy for Nikki. And when I mean sympathy, I mean more saying she needs help. We gotta do something. Help. We gotta get her some help. Not like, damn, I feel bad, even though because from her POV, she didn't know about the one with Phil. Well, she didn't know anything about that. She thought that was just regular Nikki. Just all of a sudden turn it. If anything, she's like, oh damn, his dick that good. Good? His dick that good, bruh? She just all of a sudden got a sense of feeling. I'm trying to get me some. Bro, like, no way someone going, especially Mo, oh, it's not me, and then back to that, no one's taking that seriously, bro. No one's seeing that as a sign, bro.
The other biggest victim in this movie too. Imagine, she tried so hard to get into university, and the minute she gets accepted,
oh yeah, her last chance, bro.
He just murked her because Bear decided to go meet up with her. Finessed her head like one MK finisher. Straight fatality. That's so messed up, man. Poor Nikki and poor Sarah. I don't even like saying shit things like this, but because this is the honest truth about the whole thing, the men in this movie suck. All hate should primarily go to Bear, but don't forget, Ian is a shit friend too. Imagine.
Literally what I said.
When Sarah and Bear were in the car talking, she started telling him that Ian and Nikki have been hooking up on and off casually for 2 years. 2 years! 730 days! You could have told him that, you know. You flipping egg! You suck! Imagine if Ian told Bear the truth. He might have never made the wish in the first place and might have probably stopped pursuing Nikki after this. But no! You tried to encourage your boy to get with the girl you were mashing every other weekend. You flipping waste, man! What happened to bro code?
Yeah, that bro is actually genuinely horrible.
Bear did show tiny signs of being.
Bear is just a bitch and a pussy. That other guy is a straight up
somewhat concerned for Nikki. Like when she smashed the ball on her head and he was a little worried about their relationship being bad. But it wasn't ultimately enough for him to see that he was in the wrong. All he would do was brush it off and be like, stop acting weird. He acted like a victim of certain shit when he really wasn't. All he thought about was making Nikki like him, not setting or trying to help Nikki become free. Like my guy, when the real Nikki actually got to reaching out to him for help, all this guy could say was, what's wrong with me? Why would you want to be with me, Nikki? Nikki, please. Flipping incel, man. Bear took her life from her. He practically took Sarah's life from her. Same with Ian when he took a bullet to the brain from fake Nikki. I ain't gonna lie though, I don't know why this idiot came back off.
I ain't gonna lie, nah, that guy did it to himself. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, Bear did play a part of it, but that's all him.
To make all that money, I would have bought a mansion real quick. Gonna live out on the hills, man. But Bear is an irredeemable, wimpy scumbag who even tried to easy way out of his whole predicament. Even though I don't think there was any other way to get out of this situation, now Nikki is cooked because she's probably gonna end up in prison over all of this.
Yeah. Where are the cops going here? Oh, I was brainwashed. I was cursed. Yeah, all right.
And she didn't do anything. It's P. All in all though, Bear is trash. This movie was an 11 out of 10. And Nikki was scary as hell. Oh my.
okay, he didn't mention one thing. When he finally had the balls to take himself out, he took the pills. And then it was like, okay, he finally did the right thing. Maybe he's somewhat redeemable. And then he tried to make himself throw up, and you're like, okay. And then, literally, immediately after, like as soon as he put his fingers in his mouth, you heard that little bell ding, which means Nikki made a wish, and he got in a trance. So he couldn't do it in time, so he ended up overdosing. On purpose and on accident. We're not even going to say on purpose, on accident.
Oh my god, she creeped me the hell out. And this, my friends, finally brings me to the end of the video. Now look, I know, I only mentioned 2 characters instead of the usual 3 or more, but honestly, I couldn't think of anyone else as bad as these 2. God to help me, I despise these men on a whole nother level. They're horrible. But if you can think of anyone who comes any close to them, comment down below, man. And my people, we are literally so close to 100k. As of now, I'm only like 400 subs away,
Hey,
so I'm gonna
luck,
ask once
bro.
again.
Good luck, man. Matter of fact, oh, you already got 100k. I don't know, fuck it, why not? Why not, bro? Why not, bro? Anyways, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Without further ado, let me wrap this up so I can get this out for y'all. Peace.